Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. This is off the cuff video, guys. For those of you new, what does that mean? It means I record and I upload. There's no fancy intro symbol, there's no funny business going on or slow-mo or speed up or anything like that. I do have a transition button, so if it starts raining heavy and you can't hear me, I can wait for it to go over, or if there's people making noise in the yard or something like that, I can just wait for them to go. But sometimes things happen and I can't, there's nothing I can do about that. For those of you new here, what are the weekly Wednesdays about? They are all about models, primarily. All to do with models, primarily GW stuff at the moment, but it's to do with models, books, rule books, storage, little techniques and little skills and tools, materials, and all that sort of stuff. There is from time to time terrain questions that come into the video, because otherwise I get a backlog of terrain questions and I have to do a terrain question video, and I'd rather just sneak them in here. And sometimes there's general information that's going on in and on around the workshop here. Okay, so those of you regular here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I think it's 236, I think we're on that subscribers on at the moment. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and a big thank you to everyone. The way the questions come out is, I keep forgetting to say this the last couple of weekly Wednesdays, you guys send me the questions, ask me questions via messenger or comment on videos and stuff like that, and then I answer them. Okay, because some people want to ask a question but they don't want to make it on messenger to make it public, because not necessarily on the channel to make it public, because in case someone goes, "Ooh, what are you asking that for?" Ooh. There's no shame in nothing. Okay, if you're not sure about something and don't know about something, ask. Okay, or if you're doing something new for the first time, get as much information from as many people as possible about that subject matter. I say this all the time, because then, well, I said it before, so then you have the best information about it from multiple sources, and you can actually make your mind up where you want to work it. Okay. First question, well, the first information. Imperium magazine update. So some of you are going to say, what's Imperium magazine? Imperium magazine is a weekly model supplement that you would get, and it's 80 issues, and it's an insane amount of models you get in there. What I can remember, I know that everything that's in the Indominus box, okay, everything that's in the Indominus box is in this, plus a lot more, okay, an insane amount more. But okay, well, the problem we're having in Republic Island is we're missing issues 7 to 10, issues 7, 8, 9, 10. So I emailed them and said, what's the story, what's going on? And they said they're having a problem with the system and it's not able to take this and do that and blah, 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 blah. All right, fair enough, this stuff happens. And then I got a generic email from them, which I presume everyone that watches this channel that has subscribed to that, is that subscription magazine, the Imperium magazine, would have got the same email saying that we've had a shortage of supply, we have to wait for them to reprint and there's a delay and blah 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 blah. Okay, that's fair enough. It's not. I replied to them and told them, it's not on, but these things happen. I just don't want it to be a case of I'm getting 3 lots in one go. It's 130 euros one go, rather than just 30, 40, 43 quid 1 month, 43 quid, Anyway, so those of you that have subscribed and live in the Republic of Ireland, and are missing issues, that's the reason. You probably got the same generic email that I did. Okay, why don't you paint with pack paint and a brush as you run out of black spray? It's a good question. There's a good few answers for this question. First one is time. It's a lot easier to spray the model and put it down. An hour or two later and do other things. An hour or two later it's dry, you check it, okay, missed that bit, spray. You can go after other things. That's the first reason. The second reason is I clean the glue model and I gravel the model. Now, if you haven't seen how I do that, there is a video on here that shows you how I do that. If you want to see that video, you can't find it on the channel, just comment on this video and I'll chuck the link in the comments so you can just click on it and go to it. But basically the gravel will be on the base, it's PVA glued to the base, which is fine, but the top of it's loose because it's not, there's nothing holding it, it's just the gravel. If I'm using a brush to undercoat it, there's a chance it's gonna brush it off. If I'm spray painting it, it will hold it there. And once the black spray paint's gone over it and it's dry, it's not going anywhere unless I get a blade and scrape it off. Okay. And for me, it gives us a much nicer finish with the black spray. It gives an absolute much nicer finish. Why don't I just glue everything on my pile of shame? Okay. There's a good few reasons for this. One, because I don't want to have thousands of loose models floating around. Okay, I'd rather only have small handfuls at a time. But I am going to clear this painting area, and I've got the camera with the tripod. I want to set them up so the camera's facing down, so when I do painting video, it's I'm just painting there and the camera's looking at it, because I find myself painting and start drawing away from the camera, and then I look at the camera, I'm not even you know, in camera, in shot, or I'm too close to the camera and it goes out of focus, or I'm, you know, all that sort of problem. So if I've got it set up so that it's looking down on it, I can just sit there and paint and not have to, you know, worry about it. But the plan is here. I don't want to be in here forever, because at the moment it's getting into winter time. It's not. I can't have a 3D printer over here because it's not safe enough to have it. Okay, it'd probably be okay, but I don't want to risk having a piece of equipment that expensive that I'm going to use a lot in this sort of environment. I'd rather have it in the house. I mean, I think it'd be fine, but I don't want to take a chance. So instead of me having to move thousands of individual models, if I pick up a box, I'm just bringing the box. Okay, that's why I haven't glued everything together. And another reason is, and I've just thought about this reason, if I've got everything glued, all of a sudden I'm having big batches of things painted, there's nowhere to store it. Whereas if I'm gluing up, if I'm painting bits and pieces, like a unit here, unit there, hero here, hero there, they get put away. So when it gets to a point where I've only got one tray left, I can then get some more foam trays, or I can get some foam and make my own foam trays like I've done previously. Again, if you want to see that one, just comment below and I'll send the link. I think it was actually on a weekly Wednesday. That's why I haven't, you know, done that yet. Okay, I see you have a few Space Marines and you talk about them a lot. How many Space Marines do you have? Well, I have 55 power Space Marines at the moment. I say fully painted, with the exception of this bad boy. Okay, this is a very old lead dreadnought. Okay, I've had to purposely rebase them on a bigger base because they used to be on square bases, or used to be just no base at all. Okay, so that includes him. He's not finished though. But I've got 3 jump packs over here. Okay. Now some of you say, what's that flying stand? I made them flying stands. If you want to see how I made them, you know, just try to comment on this video and I'll put the link in the comments to go to that video. Okay, but I've got 3 of these guys just to grab and sort out as well. Actually, let me show you that. Actually, you see the base, there's no gravel. There was one. Solid as a rock. There's no gravel on the base. Okay, because I couldn't gravel the base and undercoat them with the clear stand because it would make it look silly. So let me put you down before I drop you again. The way that I'm going to fix that, because this goes back to the previous question, I actually have an empty pot of Abaddon black, and what I've done with that pot is I put a couple of squirts of black acrylic craft paint into it, and then filled it with water, gave it a good shake, and it's basically turned into a black wash, but it's a very thick black wash, so it's not good for models. But for when I gravel those, I can get that wash and with the brush and just go over the top, and it will literally just go into it's not quite the same as a contrast paint, like in thickness and everything else. It's close to a wash, but it is in sort of like pigmentation. It is close to that where it's just dark. It won't go off to a grey colour. It's quite, you know, quite nice that way, because the craft acrylic black paint is actually quite thick with very little medium in it already, so it's actually really nice. That's sort of one of the subjects here. Yeah, 55 power Space Marines, not including those. I've got, I think it's 8 or 9 tactical squads still to sort out. There's a couple of Devastate squads in there. I've got a heap of Space Marine Terminators. I've got heaps of stuff still from the Indominus box still to do, and heaps of stuff from the Imperium magazine still to do. So I think by the time I've done the Indominus box and the Imperium magazines come in, I could be close to something like maybe 3 or 4, maybe 500 power. I'm not too sure, but something, you know, in that area. And done all my other bits and pieces, so there's quite a lot of, you know, a huge full Space Marines. Of course, it never finished because you always add this and add that. And anyway, but my Demon Army, even though they're on a square basis because they're, you know, designed for fantasy, I'd still use them against 40k, but they are, I haven't added up how much power that is, but that is absolutely an insane amount of power. Alright, it's good to see you back to doing painting videos. When are you going to finish that Tzeentch Hero you started in your last video, and when are you going to kit bash that disc of Tzeentch? The disc has been sitting there for, I couldn't even tell you how long. I've actually got the basic components here to glue them and put them together, but there's so much to do, not just painting wise, but so much to do, you know, terrain and everything else. That's something to be done, but on the back burner. But this guy, this is the guy you're talking about. I did the blue on him and I did the silver on his head and his weapon. Now, he might be painted the next painting video or the one after that or something like that. But that's, you know, those of you that are, you know, veterans in this, you'll know, you'll start something, you put it down, get distracted with something else, and then it sits there like that for you know, a little while, and you go, oh, I need to get it done. So I haven't moved him from here. I want him to stay here so he annoys me, so I get him done. So hopefully next painting video or the one after that, I'll do that. The disc of Tzeentch, I might actually film the kit bashing of what I'm doing. This is, you know, this is not going to be, this could be in a couple of months time. Okay, so don't, you know, don't get excited or anything else. Oh, it's done for kit bash video, yay. And then just when I paint that model, or the guy on top, actually just add that kit bashing process into the video, you know, something like that. But again, that may not happen for a little while yet. These are all the questions that I have. I still want to throw out an open challenge to anyone who wants to play a game 40k. You know, give me a shout, contact me on Messenger, comment on this video. You know, we'll sort it out. Necromunda, I actually am very keen to, I say play, I don't have a gang or I don't have the rules, but I'm very keen to host a game. Okay. Kill team, I have kill teams, I don't have the rules yet, but again, I'm very happy to host a game and film it for the channel for you guys, you know, for all the rest of you guys to look at. If you're interested in anything like that, guys, chuck comment below and let me know, or contact me on Messenger. It's not a problem. I have the terrain, you know, it's not a problem. We can, and with the way COVID is over here in Republic Island, we can take all precautions necessary. You know, you don't have to panic about anything like that, because that's one thing that's putting a lot of people off coming around somewhere new to play a game, because their numbers are just skyrocketing again for some bizarre reason. If you have any questions, okay, if you want any questions you want me to address or look at or anything else, chuck a comment on this video. Go to Unique Wargaming Terrain on Facebook. You can leave a comment there. I don't look in it every day, but I do pop in every so often. Or you can, there's a messenger on there. You can message me directly or message, you know, Unique Wargaming Terrain. Whatever way, whichever one you want to message, it's still me. But okay, and I'll answer the question. Now, sometimes someone will ask me a question on a comment video, you know, on a video one in the comment section. I answer it for them directly straight away, because it's a question that they need an answer for, or they may need an answer for, because they're waiting to do something and they want, you know, to hear what I say about it. You know, but I will still address it in the Weekly Wednesday, just for everyone else that might have the same question, or 3 months time there might be someone that has the same question. Okay. If you enjoyed this video, guys, if it's helped you in any way, please like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.